a mental health professional, I wholeheartedly support the Indian Medical Association's initiative D4D, that is Doctors for Doctors, which provides immense support to psychosocial needs of doctors and medical students and also mental health care requirements. In 2018, a study conducted by PGI Chandigarh on physicians concluded that almost 30% of the sample had depression and 17% had suicide ideation. And this is 2018 pre-pandemic, with immense stress on both medical students and medicos, physicians practicing in hospitals during COVID. We can all imagine the high prevalence rate at present. However, in spite of those severe mental health concerns, if we look at the proportion or the number of physicians and medical students that are taking help of mental health professionals, it will be really surprising and scary. I have identified some barriers to taking help of mental health care of mental health professionals by interviewing some very senior physicians in different areas of expertise and some young college students of a few medical colleges in North India. And the identified barriers to mental health include, first and foremost, the stigma about taking this care, about being a patient or a person with any mental health concern. Second huge factor is denial, that this cannot happen to me. This stigma and denial are also related to lack of awareness, and this lack of awareness comes from a very genuine factor, that is the syllabus of MBBS. In the syllabus of medical college undergrad level, the topic of psychiatry and psychology are rarely given attention, and most medical students and even senior physicians say that they don't remember studying it in details because there are only few medicines that are required in psychiatry and psychotherapy was never given importance. Therefore, this lack of awareness remains, and it has been seen that it has affected not only self-care of physicians but also patient care. Most physicians are aware that there is relation between mind and body, but whether it is case of migraine or patients of IBS or patients of hypertension, rarely would experts and physicians refer their patients to psychotherapy. So it has direct effect on their self-care as well as the patient care. Furthermore, the medical profession being the most global one, the medical college, medical studies being one of the most toughest one, and medical students being the most intelligent one, being stressed or anxious is considered by medicos as a sign, it is perceived as a sign of weakness or a flaw. The medical experts have a feeling that they are much beyond mental health concerns and they are know-all. In addition, there is fear of being judged. There is fear of being judged both by colleagues as well as risk of reputation by the patients. So these are some of the common barriers that have come across by conversations and by reviewing most medical students and physicians. In this scary situation, let us quickly look at the solutions and suggestions that might help the situation. First and foremost, I think there needs to be a full-fledged, very well working and functional counseling center in each medical college. We just not require counselors sitting there for one-to-one therapy, but a comprehensive campus program on outreach. And this outreach may include programs such as anger management, such as stress management, such as suicide prevention programs. These full-fledged programs we will make all medical students aware of the importance of mental health care. Second, each resident doctor must be made mandatory to visit a mental health professional, whether a psychiatrist or psychologist, periodically, so that it is considered a part of healthcare. In addition, recognizing warning signs is important, and this is possible only if the first two suggestions are being met, or there are regular programs to educate, to psychoeducate all physicians. And those warning signs are alcohol, drugs, suicidality. The warning signs can be feelings of helplessness, hopelessness, worthlessness, and overall being overwhelmed is a big cue to suggest that there is serious mental health concern. I request all who are watching this to please continue to take support of D4D and stay in touch with your own self. Recognize these warning signs in yourself and others you know. Please don't wait till the situation is too bad. Psychotherapy does not harm if for whatever reason one goes. If there's a question in mind, do I need psychotherapy or not? The answer is yes, because not only will it save your career, but it will save you as well. So please don't suffer, seek help, take care. The doctors in our country, the medical professionals are our pride, and we need very healthy, physically, mentally professionals to serve the country. Thank you so much. Please take care. Goodbye.